Disclaimer: the following program features language not suitable for all audiences, and the expressed opinions found within this program are a reflection of those who feature on the PopCulture Effect podcast. Welcome to the PopCulture Effect. I'm Rockin Rob, and on this show I bring my closest friends together to talk about all of the news happening in our pop culture world around us. Welcome to yet another episode of this show where we kind of just ramble. I am joined by my wonderful friends, Gemini.
Hello.
And Menace.
Hello.
And we've got some interesting things to talk about today. Quite a wide range of topics, if I'm going to be honest. But the first thing I'd like to discuss is one of the most anticipated animated series coming to YouTube, and that's from Glitch. That's the Amazing Digital Circus, because episode 2 dropped, and
I wouldn't say most anticipated, but
oh, come on, dude. 36 million.
The second half of season 2, people have been waiting over a year for.
Yeah, that's true. But like, man, this series has exploded in popularity, and it was such a breath of fresh air to see the heightened quality in this second episode. Not to diss the pilot, because it was still really good quality, but this actually looked leagues above what was established in the first episode, with the character animations and the overall quality. And this episode begins as the last one ended, with existential dread. I love it. It's literally my favorite part of this whole series. But basically, we get yet another distraction for Pomni, as the gang, minus Zubul, because she really just can't be bothered this time. They're going to the Candy Kingdom, Charlie! The Candy Kingdom!
No.
See that? I don't know if I'm gonna cut that or not. Anyway. So basically, they are heading off to the Candy Kingdom because they need to kind of refill the stock for the kingdom on their most valuable resource, maple syrup. I know, right? It's pretty high stakes. Anyways, so basically the whole plot of this section of the episode is the Candy Kingdom is bestowed these warriors by God, a la a kind of... It's really funny to see kind of a religious presentation of Cain as God, kind of just showing how powerful he is in the overall world. And there is a crew of alligators trying to steal the maple syrup from the Candy Kingdom, and of course the gang is instructed to go get it back, and save the village. The funniest quip I heard so far in this episode was Pomni literally stating, "So our entire existence is LARPing," and I found that really funny, because God, that would just I don't even know how I'd feel doing that for eternity. So the overall quality of the animation and the presentation of the Candy Kingdom was beautiful. It was so vibrant and so just high res, and of course there is a Mad Max-esque street race and street combat section where the group take on the alligator squad, and Basically, Pomni gets separated from the group as usual. Her and the leader gator get pushed underneath the map. I'm not gonna go into too much detail for those of you that still haven't seen the episode, but realities are shattered, and Pomni is able to make a new friend. At the end of this portion of the episode, the Candy Kingdom is able to retain their maple syrup, and Pomni decides to bring her new friend Gooey Goo, the leader of the alligator squad, over to the circus. But you can expect how well that went. And yeah, like I said, the visuals were incredible for this episode. It was really high quality, really shows that they're putting a lot of effort and time into it. It shows why it's taking so long for these episodes to come out. I just hope that they're able to find a way to either take a longer period of time to make them in bulk so you can release them on an episode on a monthly schedule, or I'm not sure how else they can do it on the back end, because this is some pretty intricate work that they're doing with these episodes, but it's wonderful quality. It's one of the reasons why I love YouTube animation as a whole, and I really hope that the whole team of Glitch is able to gain as much success from this as possible so they can make as many episodes as possible. For the record, they're crocodiles. But yeah, that's kind of all I had to talk about on this YouTube, this mega sensation of content. But going elsewhere, there is yet another megastar of content that is coming to a trading card game. Now, Gemini, why don't you tell us about how the hell Hatsune Miku is ending up in Magic the Gathering?
First things first, is Magic the Gathering even a trading card game?
Well, like, I feel like every combat card game has a level of trading to it.
I don't know, that feels like it's a mild insult, and I don't even like, and I'm not, well, I wouldn't say I don't like the series, but I'm definitely, like, not your biggest player of it, I guess, so to speak. But anyway.
You're more here for the Hatsune Miku than you are for the cards.
I like the art, and it's sometimes fun to play with friends, but, I mean, I'm a f***ing idiot, and I don't know what I'm doing most of the time, but anyway.
You're more here for the Hatsune Miku.
At this point, it might as well be, yeah. But back in the end of April, so last week, pretty much, about a week ago, Wizards of the Coast had announced that their next collaboration for their series, which they're very notorious for doing a lot of collaborations. I mean, the most recent one was I think that was Lord of the Rings one, if I'm correct. It's a shame Blaze isn't here, because he's more of the Magic the Gathering nerd than I am. I'm just kind of more
it's
of like...
either that one or Fallout. I can't remember which one was more
I
recent.
think it was Lord of the Rings, but again, I'm not 100% sure. Blaze is more on the front lines with that. I'm kind of more like a sideline viewer. But last week, they pretty much had announced that they were doing a collaboration with the Japanese voice synthesized pop star Hatsune Miku, which that was actually kind of surprising because I wasn't expecting it. I shouldn't be surprised that they were doing this though, because I believe back in I don't remember, a couple years ago, I think they did a Secret Lair, and
I'm sorry to interrupt, but like, hasn't Magic the Gathering done like just a crazy amount of crossovers? I feel like
they have, because what I'm about to reference is back in actually last year, I think. Last year was one of them. They did a My Little Pony crossover, so that's why I shouldn't be surprised that they're doing something, more effeminate and cutesy for their crossover lines.
Wait. Which ponies are in this card game?
It looks like they did all of like the main, however many are in the main group. They did all of them. I guess they did the because I'm looking at the images now. They did like the Dark Moon. What are Alicorn? I'm not a Pegasus or whatever they're called. I don't know. They did the Queen, Empress, Princess, whatever the good one, quote unquote. I don't know.
I'm just surprised that a children's television show made it onto like that kind of, because I feel like Magic
there are kids that collect Magic cards.
I was gonna say Magic the Gathering doesn't necessarily have an age gap or an age range. I mean, yeah, you mostly see like 30-something-year-old dudes with their ass cracks hanging out playing this game more than anything, but like I've known people that have been playing this game since they were kids. Hell, I know someone who's probably gonna start teaching his daughter within the next like 6 months, and she's like 2. Wait a
minute. There was a Transformers crossover as well.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the ones that they've done and are planning are Doctor Who, Final Fantasy.
They did Stranger Things
Assassin's Creed.
A little bit ago, didn't they?
Let me look up crossovers that they've done. So
I looked up their most recent, and this is like stuff that's coming out and stuff that's just
they did a Walking Dead. They did Stranger Things. They did a League of Legends one. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did Arcane.
Fortnite. Monopoly. Fallout. Actually.
Wait, you gonna summon the Monopoly man?
Yeah. Okay. So
God.
Fallout was the most recent one. That was March 8th of 2024. I thought it was Lord of the Rings, but no, that was last summer. March 8th they did the Fallout. So that was the most recent crossover, with Hatsune Miku dropping this month, May 13th. Which is when they will be available for pre-order around $29.99 to $39.99 American dollars, so whatever the hell that is in Maple money.
Like what? Maple?
I'm sorry, Canadian dollars. You can cut out Maple money.
I mean, okay, no, I'm fine with that, but yeah, I don't want you to. I don't want to either. But at the same time, like it's like our money is being cartoons with loonies and toonies, so it's like
loonies and toonies.
Yeah,
oh my gosh. Yeah. As I was saying, other ones that they're planning on coming out with is Doctor Who, Final Fantasy, Assassin's Creed. Oh, they just had the Fallout one. Jurassic Park one is said to be in the works.
Ooh.
And then they have one called Future Universe Beyond, which is supposed to be like other stuff that they've wanted to collab with. Includes Star Wars, Diablo, Genshin Impact, Elden Ring and more.
Ooh. See,
The Genshin one would probably be that one I could see actually working pretty decently. The Genshin Impact one.
I could see that and Diablo.
Oh, definitely Diablo, considering they've done D&D ones already, especially with Baldur's Gate like gaining popularity. And I mean, it's Wizards of the Coast, so of course they're gonna. Of course they're already going to. It's the same company.
Also, I can't wait to see Planeswalker Ronnie.
We're also not gonna get any more Baldur's Gate content. This might be the best we're gonna get.
Well, I mean, Baldur's Gate is D&D in the end, so we're always going to get content for it, but, I get what you're meaning. But that doesn't necessarily... It just means that Larian's not doing it anymore. We're still probably eventually going to get more Baldur's Gate content. It just won't be from Larian, which is tragic, but I understand. But anyway...
Yeah, you gotta freshen up the developer.
So, what they have released so far is that it will include Miku, Lost But Singing, a legendary creature that will be a more, let you play, like, lands. Again, I'm just reading this from what the article is saying because I don't really understand the nuanced mechanics of Magic the Gathering that well. I've played it like maybe 4 or 5 times my entire life and I still don't know what I'm doing.
I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh guy. I never played Magic.
This up real quick.
Yeah, there's Miku the Renowned, which lets you recast instant and sorcery spells, both of which are reskins of favored commander cards. So I guess you could utilize Miku as your commander. From what it seems
crazy.
Like. So you can build a whole ass Miku deck.
Literally just Commander's literally just having one planeswalker or one like person that your deck is based around, and then having 100 cards.
Yeah. So basically, they're releasing 6 cards in total, which will be designed for those who want a Miku themed commander deck. Which that's pretty interesting in my opinion. Small part of me kind of feels like maybe I'd want to do a Miku deck because it looks like she might be green, and that's the color I prefer.
Well, no,
there's a couple different ones. There's her land stuff. There's one of them that is a green.
One's a fire or red and a white.
Mm-hmm.
The other's a red. The other's a white.
This one, the one that's a red is a spell card.
Yeah, so it's not all green, but a majority of them are green. And granted, to be fair,
so for those that play Magic, there's a commander for green and there's a commander for red and white.
People that actually know D&D, they're listening to this, they're like, God, these guys are such
D&D. You mean Magic the Gathering?
Magic the Gathering. Sorry, my bad.
Wow, what a noob.
I'm getting my fantasy worlds mixed up, okay?
I get
both of them have orcs, both of them have,
from what I'm reading, nothing's like too powerful or anything.
Yeah, and it says it's like reskin, so honestly, I think it's just more like, it seems like they're doing this kind of to broaden their horizons a little bit, maybe reach into that subsection of, Japanese culture enthusiasts and or weebs of this side of it more, and maybe to help garner them to get into Magic, and they'd be like, oh, well, I really like Hatsune Miku, maybe, and some people have been telling me maybe I should try Magic, or maybe I have an interest in it, and I didn't really like anything else that was out there. Maybe this could help ease them into Magic in a sense, and that's basically what these crossovers are kind of for, and, people who are into Magic and also like these other subsects of pop culture, they're like,
I'm so glad that at least I know they've done it with some of the other ones, but it seems like with Hatsune Miku, they're doing all full arts, which looks awesome.
No, I was just gonna say, the art on the cards are beautiful, which, I mean, that is one of, like, Magic's biggest, I'd say, like, that's like...
Miku Lost But Singing looks kind of derpy, though, not gonna lie.
A little bit. It looks a little doofy, but like, oh god, yeah, her face looks a little dumb, but her face does look a little stupid.
I feel like another reason why it's good to have this kind of element of crossover is like you said, like now, like theoretically, we could have like Adventure Time cards, or we could have like Teen Titans cards, or like
I like
Marvel.
How you instantly go to early 2000s cartoons, Bobby.
Yeah, well, that's my whole identity. Okay, Menace, is that a problem?
Yes.
Yeah, it probably is, honestly. But like, I'm just saying, like, this allows you to have your favorite character on a collectible card that you can just keep.
Yeah, without having to like either do it yourself.
Like a third party one.
Yeah, like without like it's an official card. It could be considered like at the very least. I'm thinking, and granted, I know nothing about tournament level or tournament legal stuff.
Actually,
but at the very least, like this could be a way for your your favorite character to be a like tournament legal card. Yeah, viable tournament legal card versus you getting a custom made third party card that probably would only be eligible to be used in like when you're playing in your basement with your friends or something versus actually taking it to a tournament. Again, I have no idea how tournament rules work. I've never played in a tournament, probably never will because I have no interest.
Usually
and also
you can't use I guess like if they're just rebrand of cards, you can use them.
Maybe like if it's because it does say that Miku is meant to be a reskin of an already. It said something where she
commanders.
Yeah, she was like a reskin of someone. Yeah, she's already a reskin of a favored commander card, so that makes sense. So like if it is like say I don't know, mine is Karametra for for my deck. So say if I got like a reskin of Karametra, but it was I don't know someone else that I liked. I don't know the closest one that I can think of, even though it has nothing to do with it, but the names are similar. Symmetra, because I'm f***ing dork. Like in theory that could work. It wouldn't, but like that's what I'm trying to get at essentially. Like that could probably be it, but it's like but if it's a whole new custom card of say I don't know Robin from Teen Titans, as Robbie was saying, that one probably wouldn't be tournament legal.
Or
so
like,
that's why
Superman, just
yeah, or like Superman, yeah, or like Superman, or something like completely out there.
Yeah, it depends.
But like if it's a fully cut
based,
it depends. But like I said, if it's fully customized, like there's nothing like that it's or like derivating from or anything, like it's fully custom and it has a possibility of clashing or even causing some issues, then yeah. But again, this is going off of someone who has never played in a tournament, never probably will, because I have zero interest in it, and also I value my olfactory senses a little too well.
Granted, aren't there already ways in Magic the Gathering to get like infinite loop damage?
Oh my god,
there's a bunch of infinite.
There's a bunch.
So I don't think anything a custom crossover.
But like in tournaments and stuff is what we were talking about.
Well, yeah, and I think that can happen.
I'm saying, wouldn't you be able to pull that off in tournament?
Well, yeah,
no, not normally.
Oh, fair enough.
You can only have like a certain amount of types of cards. You can only have a certain amount of copies of cards. You can only have a certain number of cards for tournaments.
Yeah, I think Commander is like what 50.
Commander's 100.
100. I don't.
But you can only have certain amounts. Like you can only have 2 of the same spell card. You can only have 2 of the 2 of any type of spell card. You can only have 2 of any monster card, kind of thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say
so I'm limit to what you can do.
Yeah, again, I don't know the whole rule set with it.
I did kind of want to go over the entire list for those that are looking, and like maybe Hatsune Miku's not your thing, but they do have a bunch of other crossovers that they have done. They got Team Fortress 2, Plants vs. Zombies, Heroescape, Duel Masters, Minecraft, Transformers, Modern Family, Puzzles and Dragons. They have a Dungeons and Dragons one, My Little Pony, like Gemini said before, Godzilla, The Walking Dead, Stranger Things, League of Legends, Street Fighter, Fortnite, Warhammer, Smite, Monopoly, Lord of the Rings, Evil Dead, Creep Show, Doctor Who, The Princess Bride, Jurassic Park, Tomb Raider, Clue, Fallout, Hatsune Miku, and then Assassin's Creed and Final Fantasy are set for later this year.
But like that's pretty much all I have to really say about the new crossover for Magic the Gathering with Hatsune Miku. I think it's pretty interesting. Will I probably get it? I don't know. Maybe I'll look into it, but again, I don't really.
Not gonna get the Goofy Miku?
I might. We'll see. It depends on how much it is, because like the pre-order thing is already like $40. Hell no, am I gonna pay $40 for 6 cards when I barely play the game as it is?
This week, I wanted to talk about something pretty special to my heart, because as a kid that loved Lego Star Wars, I was absolutely ecstatic when I heard about the trailer for Rebuild the Galaxy. This is going to be a story on Disney Plus coming out on September 13th. And this basically shows a version of Lego Star Wars that is being warped and changed, with everything from planets to people to their motivations to what side they're on. Everything is changing, from seeing Ewok bounty hunters, X-Wing TIE fighters, a Jedi Dooku, and even Darth Jar Jar riding in on the Millennium Falcon. We could see a multicolored General Grievous with all the different colors of lightsabers for the Jedi. We could see a Chewbacca Boba Fett. We could see a Jedi Darth Vader, or a Sith Lord Yoda. There is literally endless possibilities with where this can go, and in what they showed in their first trailer, it didn't show off a lot, but for what it did show off, I am personally incredibly excited for it. After watching the other 2 of the big 3 of Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter with my family, I've really found a new appreciation for these old classics, and Star Star Wars was still the one that I have not sat down to watch, but I will say Lego Star Wars was always the thing that got me engaged. I was never a super fan watching all of the movies, but I will say this series, just like how Marvel What If captured my interest, this is also capturing my interest because literally the possibilities are endless. They could do 2 to 3 seasons of it. They could cover everything. We could see, instead of Luke Skywalker, we could see Leia Skywalker be manipulated by Darth Vader. We could see, like I said before, we could see that Anakin Skywalker would never even turn into Darth Vader. Like, I think the most interesting concept that I put forth in this section is the concept, is Sith Yoda, just because he was the quintessential Jedi, and I would just love to see him turn to the dark side. But yeah, it seems that more is to come on the way in terms of trailers, in terms of knowledge about what's going to be happening throughout the first season. But I'm definitely interested, and I feel like this is going to be, like Marvel What If, a way to reinvigorate the interest in these very old and somewhat tiring IPs, especially after so much overexposure over the past couple of years. That's been everything I want to talk about when it comes to LEGO Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy, and now it is time to head back to finish off this week's episode. That's been everything from all of us from the Pop Culture Effect this week. And if you are listening on the CJSW network, check out everything else they have going on their airwaves. And if you're checking us out on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And from all of us here in this wacky world of zany propaganda, no, not propaganda.
Trying too hard, Bobber.
Thank you for listening to our nonsense, and we will see you next week. Farewell.
Bye-bye.
All right, I started the recording. So whenever you want to lead us off, Robbie.
Wah wah.
Oh my god.
No, I mean, like, I drank from my water bottle.
Oh, I thought you had to, like, leave and get water. I was like, bruh.
No.
Bruh.
I thought ahead on that, okay? Anyway.
Right.
Oh, whatever.